Hey everyone! Did you know the Bible isn't just a religious book? It's a collection of mind-blowing truths that'll leave you amazed. Today, we're diving into the top 10 incredible biblical truths that'll have you rethinking everything. From prophecies predicted centuries in advance to the wild diversity of the people who wrote it, this ancient book is packed with secrets that still hit home today. Why should you care? Well, understanding these truths can totally transform how you see faith, life, and the world around us. They tie together God's plan, our purpose, and the hope ahead. It's pretty epic. So, grab a seat, and let's explore these jaw-dropping insights together. This is going to be a journey of discovery and inspiration you won't want to miss. Alright, let's kick things off with something wild. Prophetic fulfillment. The Bible is loaded with predictions made way before the events even happened, and they came true with insane accuracy. Check this out. Micah 5:2, written around 700 years before Jesus, says the Messiah would be born in Bethlehem. Fast forward to Matthew 2:1, bam! Jesus is born in Bethlehem just like it said. Coincidence? I don't think so. Then there's Isaiah 53:5, which lays out the Messiah's suffering and sacrificial death in crazy detail, hundreds of years early. That gets fulfilled in John 19:34 when Jesus is crucified and a soldier pierces his side with blood and water pouring out. Mind-blowing, right? Oh, and get this. Jesus himself predicted the destruction of Jerusalem's second temple in Matthew 24:2. Guess what? In AD 70 the Romans tore it down to the ground exactly as he said. History backs it up. These prophecies show the Bible's consistency and this divine foresight into the future. Next up, time span. The Bible wasn't whipped up overnight. Picture this, it was written over 1,600 years. We've got Moses writing in the Old Testament around 1400 BC, then John wrapping up the New Testament around AD 90. That's a massive stretch of time, crossing totally different cultures, languages, and technologies. Moses was in Egypt during the Bronze Age, think pyramids and slavery, while John was living under the Roman Empire with iron tools and bustling cities. Despite all that, the Bible's message stays perfectly in sync. From creation to the Messiah's arrival and the end of the world, it tells one unified story of God's rescue plan. Imagine trying to keep a story straight over 16 centuries with no contradictions. That's beyond human ability. It's a huge clue there's something divine holding it all together. Let's talk about the writers. God didn't stick to one type of person for this book. Over 40 different people from all walks of life contributed. And it's wild how diverse they were. Moses, a prince of Egypt raised in Pharaoh's palace, schooled in all the wisdom of the ancient world, perfect for laying down the law and history, Acts 7:22. Then there's David, a king, warrior, and poet, pouring his heart into the Psalms. Contrast that with Amos, a humble shepherd and fig farmer. No fancy education, just a simple guy God used for powerful prophecies, Amos 7:14. Peter and John, fishermen from Galilee living a basic life by the sea, yet they witnessed Jesus up close and wrote about it. And don't forget Paul, a highly educated Pharisee, fluent in Jewish law, Greek culture, and a Roman citizen, Acts 22:3. This mix shows God's message isn't limited to one class or background. It's for everyone, from kings to shepherds, scholars to workers. That's what keeps the Bible alive and relatable across time. Building on that, the social diversity of the Bible's authors is unreal. They came from every corner of society. You've got scholars like Moses and Paul, trained in the best knowledge of their day. Moses with Egyptian learning, Paul with Jewish and Greek expertise. Then you've got guys like Peter and John who Acts chapter 4 verse 13 calls uneducated, just fishermen with no formal training, yet their words resonate with raw power. This range makes the Bible's message so rich. Peter wrote in simple terms anyone could grasp, while Paul crafted deep arguments for educated crowds. It doesn't matter if you're a thinker or a doer, rich or poor, the Bible speaks your language. That's why it connects with everyone, no matter where they're from or what they've been through. It's a book for the whole world, not just one group. Here's where it gets miraculous: consistency across time. Over 1,600 years, more than 40 authors, and yet the Bible holds a single, unified message. That's insane. It spans cultures, languages, and eras. Think Moses in Egypt's deserts during the Bronze Age, then John in the Roman Empire's Iron Age cities. Even with all those differences, it tells one seamless story: God's creation, humanity's fall, and redemption through the Messiah. Humanly speaking, keeping that consistent over centuries is impossible. But 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 21 nails it. Prophecy never came by human will, but holy men spoke as they were moved by the Holy Spirit. That divine guidance tied every writer together from Moses to John across time and circumstance. You won't find another ancient text pulling off that kind of unity. It's a testament to the Bible's divine origin. Now let's geek out a bit, scientific insights in the Bible. This book drops knowledge that lines up with modern science way before anyone could have figured it out. Take Isaiah chapter 40 verse 22, it says God sits above the circle of the earth, written over 2,700 years ago when most people thought the earth was flat. Crazy, right? Then Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 7 describes the water cycle. All rivers flow to the sea, yet the sea isn't full. They return to their source and flow again. That's evaporation, rain and rivers. Spot on, centuries before science nailed it in the 1600s. And check out Job chapter 26 verse 7. He hangs the earth on nothing. That's the earth floating in space, way ahead of its time. These truths couldn't have been human guesses back then. They hint at a divine source. Written thousands of years ago, they still blow our minds today. Number 7, translation and accessibility. The Bible's been translated into over 2,000 languages, more than any other book ever. That's wild. From ancient Greek and Latin to modern tongues like Amharic, Swahili, or even tiny tribal languages, it's reached every corner of the globe. Monks started it, then missionaries and translators took it further, sometimes spending years learning a language, creating alphabets, and getting the words just right. This shows the Bible isn't for one group, it's for everyone. Whether you're in a city or a village, east or west, you can read it in your own language. That's why it's changed lives worldwide. What's your favorite translation? Alright, number 8, chapters and verses. Fun fact, the original Bible didn't have them. It was just scrolls or continuous text, no breaks. That changed in 1228 AD when Stephen Langton split the Latin Vulgate into chapters for easier study. Then in 1551, Robert Stephanus added verse numbers, giving every sentence its own tag. Before that, people read it straight through for over 1,500 years, no skimming. It forced them to dive deep, memorize, and follow the flow. Now with chapters and verses, we can jump to spots like John 3:16 in seconds. It's made the Bible super accessible, but it also reminds us how dedicated those early readers were. Pretty cool evolution, right? Now let's talk about how the Bible was actually written, because it wasn't always the printed book we know today. Back in ancient times, the tools they used were pretty fascinating. Imagine this. Scribes wrote on parchment made from animal skins. Think sheep, goats, or calves. These skins had to be carefully cleaned, stretched, and dried before they could be stitched together into long scrolls. It was a labor-intensive process, taking time and skill to get it just right. For shorter texts, like letters, they turned to papyrus, a type of paper made from the papyrus plant, which grew along the Nile in Egypt and other Mediterranean areas. Papyrus was lighter and easier to use, but it wasn't as durable. It could rot or tear over time, so it wasn't ideal for long-term works. Fun fact. In Ethiopia, those same papyrus reeds were used to craft boats, especially around Lake Tana. Talk about resourceful. To write, scribes mixed natural inks from things like soot, gum from plants, and other minerals or organic materials. They'd dip a horn or a sharpened reed pen into this ink, carefully crafting each word by hand. Every page was a piece of art, a testament to their dedication. This process was slow and deliberate, nothing like our printers today. It shows just how much effort went into writing and preserving the Bible. Over time, parchment and papyrus gave way to paper and printing presses, but those ancient methods remind us of the Bible's rich historical value and the care that went into making it a lasting treasure. Let's wrap up with something truly unique about the Bible. It's packed with a variety of genres that make it stand out from any other book. It's not just one long story, it's a masterpiece that weaves together different styles of writing to speak to everyone. Take the Psalms, for example. They're pure poetry, filled with deep emotion, praise, and cries to God in beautiful language. Verses like Psalm 23, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want," offer hope and comfort, perfect for singing or meditating on. Then you've got Revelation, with its wild prophetic visions. Think thunder, beasts with horns, and the seven seals. It's mysterious and symbolic, pulling you into deep reflection about the end times, God's judgment, and a new heaven and earth. On another note, you've got historical narratives in books like Genesis or Kings, detailing events like creation, Noah's Ark, or David's reign with incredible precision. Switch gears and you've got Jesus' parables like the lost sheep in Luke 15, simple stories that unpack profound truths about love, mercy, and God's kingdom. And don't forget the letters like Paul's epistle to the Romans, full of practical advice, moral teachings, and encouragement for living out faith. This mix of genres makes the Bible something for everyone. Poetry for the poet, prophecy for the thinker, history for the storyteller, parables for the teacher, and letters for the leader. It's a literary treasure that's inspired scholars, artists, and everyday readers alike. For centuries, it's fueled art, music, and literature, touching countless lives with spiritual depth. Isn't that amazing? So there you have it, our top 10 amazing biblical truths that show the Bible is brimming with wonders, wisdom, and divine insight. From prophecies coming true with jaw-dropping accuracy to this incredible diversity of genres, the Bible connects human history, faith, and hope in a way nothing else does. These truths couldn't just come from human minds, they point to a divine guide and purpose behind it all. If you found value in these insights, please hit that like button, share this video, and drop a comment below about your favorite truth. I'd love to hear from you. Let's keep exploring these incredible themes together, because the Bible's mysteries are endless and worth diving into. This journey of discovery is never-ending and so rewarding. Stay curious, use this to deepen your understanding of life and the world around you, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, keep reflecting on the Bible's wonders. There's always more to uncover.